Hi, everyone. We're going to be doing some more work with email today. So let me just bring my screen up for you. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about how to manage email, how to identify different kinds of email, and sort of how to respond or not respond or mark something as spam. So we're going to be doing that, okay? So let's go ahead and get into our Gmail. So down here, you see the Gmail app right below Jim's mouth. All right, so we're gonna go into the Tech Talk email. And look, we have all sorts of emails in here that are from Smart University. And I just wanna shout out Christina for sending me all these emails that we can mess with to give us sort of like a sense of what kind of emails you'll get in your inbox, whether you're getting them directly from a source that you know, or maybe you're getting something like a promotional email or a spam email. So that's what we're going to deal with today. So let's just start with this first email, which is so dramatic. Don't open this email. So what do we think that's all about? I'm just going to treat this as if it's spam. I'm going to take it for what it's saying to me. If it says don't open this email, I'm just not going to open this email. Something might have marked it. Gmail might have marked it somewhere along the way to say like, actually this contains something like a virus or something like that. So it's better to be safe than sorry with these things. So what I'm going to do, because it says don't even open it, I'm going to go ahead and click on it and hold it. Okay, so that's what we did right there. You see that check mark? It turned from the Smart University logo into a check mark. And what I'm going to do is go to these three buttons at the top, and that'll give me some options. And what I would do if this actually was spam, I know this was sent from Christina, but this is meant to look like spam. I would go down here to where it says report spam. And what that does is not only does it filter it out in the future from that sender, so if I was getting something over and over and over again from a sender that was sending me spam, it would block that, but it would also tell Google, or tell Gmail that this person is sending spam to people. So that can like actually stop them from sending spam to other people as well. So that's to cut down sort of on how much spam is getting sent out to people. And spam is just junk email. It's like the equivalent of what you would get like in your physical mail. That's just like stuff that gets sent out to everybody that you just throw in the trash. But it can get really annoying, and it can also contain things like viruses, or it can have things where it like asks you for personal information that you never, ever, ever want to give out. So it's good to let Google know or Gmail know if you're getting spam for your own benefit and for other people's benefit as well. So if this was a real spam message, I would go ahead and just hit report spam without even opening it. Since I actually know who it is, I'm just going to go ahead and archive it. Okay. So that one, we dealt with that one. Go ahead and archive. I would actually just go ahead and delete that otherwise. But we reported that. That means that that person shouldn't be able to send us spam again. Okay. And I know I have another one on here too. I'm going to scroll down and find that one. Look, this one actually just says spam. Win a car today. Well, that sounds good. One thing to keep in mind with your Gmail, with any email, is if somebody's sending you out some offer that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And chances are, and we're going to look at this one, don't do anything. Just send your social security number and the car is yours. We should not do that. You shouldn't be sending this kind of information out over email. If anybody, especially somebody you don't know, asks for your social security number, your birth date, your benefits card number, your credit card number, definitely, you need to report that as spam and also not respond to it. See, we got Christina on here saying ha 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 because she knows, you know, like this is not something that you want to do through email. I know that a lot of you do things like, or some of you do things like buy stuff online. So when you buy something online, or when you fill out a form online that's for benefits or something like that, that's like a government form, those are super secured. Those are like, they have all sorts of protections on them to protect your information. So sometimes, yes, you will put, if you're buying something online, you'll use your credit card information. Or if you're doing like a benefits form online, you might have to give them your social security number. But the thing is, you're never, ever, ever going to have to do that through email. And if somebody asks you for your password, you're never, ever, ever going to have to do that through email. So just keep that in mind. Email is not the place where you give out information like that. You want to look for a very, very secure form like what you would see on a website where you buy something or on a government website. So anything that looks like this, anything that's somebody asking you for your social security number, anything like that, we're going to report that as spam too. Okay, so we're going to go up here. I'm sorry, the other three. And we would say report as spam. And then we just go ahead and delete it. So again, if it sounds too good to be true, 99.9% chance, let's just go ahead and say 100% chance, it is too good to be true. So just keep that in mind when you're seeing these sorts of emails, and don't ever give out your personal information through email, especially if it's to someone you don't know. And even if it is someone you do know who wants something, who needs some information about you, email is not the best way to do that. I would just either talk to them in person, talk to them over the phone, make sure that that's actually the person you're talking to, because you know, it's better safe than sorry. Okay, so let's look at some non-spam emails. Let's look at some fun emails. Okay, so we have here, let's see, which one do we want to do first? Oh, okay, so we have this one that says hi. Okay, so we're going to open that. So we got this email that says, hi, Tech Talk. I love all the information you give Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then it says, your Facebook page has so much information as well. They're looking forward to the John Fund event on December 3rd, which is our annual event for SMART. And the person says, I hope I win the cash raffle and a piece of the lovely art, which I'll show you in just a second. So, and look, there's a thread. This means that they've responded a couple times. So this is, if you've had a back and forth conversation, if you go down like this, you'll see all the back and forth. So like when I respond, this will end up on here too. So I want to practice something today with you that is including a link in your email. So think about when you get stuff from us that's like, I send you a link to the YouTube video from last week, or Sam sends you a link to the Zoom meetings, or any of those things. I'm going to show you how to reply back to somebody and send them a link, okay? So this person, I'm going to say, they're so interested in SMART stuff. I want them to see the art projects on the website, okay? So what I'm going to say is, hi, in response. Thank you for your interest. I think you would really like the SMART art projects designed by Les LaRue. Shout out to Les. Here is a link. And you see where it comes up, where that sort of the text is kind of light in color. What that's called is predictive text. So that is kind of spooky in some ways, because it sort of knows some phrases that you might say. And actually what I can do there, if that's what I want to say, is I just sort of swipe over it and it'll go ahead and include that without me having to type it, which is bizarre, but true. Okay, so I'm going to say, here's the link, but I don't have the link yet to give them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button at the bottom, which for me on my Android phone will sort of hide this window for a second so I can go somewhere else. I go to where I go for internet, which is Chrome down here. It's this one that looks like a little like, I don't even know, color wheel. So I'm going to click on that. And look, it comes right up to the SMART page. Beautiful. All right, but what I want to do is send a link that's specifically to the art project. So I'm going to go to programs here. I'm going to go to SMART and programs. And I'm going to go down and see SMART art and technology. Okay, so this is the art and technology page. And if you scroll down, you'll see the art projects. Look, you'll see pictures of yourselves. And these are all the patterns and all the instructions. And then if you keep going, These are all the videos for how to make each of the art projects. So this is what I want to send to this person who sent me this smart email. So what I'm going to do, you see up at the top here where it says smartuniversity.org, that's sort of compacted right here. But if you saw the whole thing, this is a very specific link to this page and this page only. So it's not just the Smart University page, it's the Smart University Art and Technology page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on where this web address is. I'm going to hold it down. All right. And this is what's going to come up. So these are all things, these are other things that I've looked at recently, but this is the one that I want. And the icon that you need to look at right now is this one. So that's going to copy this. You see, it's like a double, it's almost like a twin. It's copying this link. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And look, you'll see it shows up down here on my clipboard. All right. So that's in there. That will stay on there no matter what app I go to. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Gmail. I'm going to click that dot at the bottom. And then I'm going to go to my homepage, back to Gmail. Look, I have a draft. So if I stop writing something, it's going to automatically save as a draft. So it's still sitting here ready for me to use it. Okay, so I'm going to click here to go back in. I could just click that little pencil to keep writing. Then I'm going to hit return. And I'm going to click right here again and hold down. And you see what comes up? It says format, paste, and select all. What I want to do right now, because I just copied that web address, is I want to paste it in here as a link. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and paste it. And when we do that, it's going to be in there for the person to go to directly. Okay. It should show up for them as a link. But if it doesn't show up for them as like a clickable link, then they can just paste it into the top of their Chrome or whatever they use for the internet, and that'll take them directly there. So I'm going to say, sincerely, Francis. The thing about making links is that it's a little bit, there's a little bit more features to doing that when you're on a computer and not the app itself. There's a limited amount of what you can do on the app, but you can still send links like this. So we're going to go ahead and hit send. So that's going to go back to the Smart University info page. And that's a link to the art page. So that's how you send a link. Okay, now let's go back to our inbox again. Last time we talked about attaching pictures. Today I want to add to how to download pictures. So we're going to look at this one that says art for raffle. Okay. So this is for the raffle for the John Fund event, which is, again, it's the smart event. So this is Les's art. And these are the art pieces that are going to be part of the raffle. So I love these. So I want to go ahead and download one of these because it's the one I want to win in the raffle. Actually, I could win any of these, but let's say I really like this one. Okay, so what you hit to download is going to be this thing that's like an arrow that's pointing down to like a line. That's a download button on each of these pictures. And you see each one has one. So whichever one I want to download, that's what I'm going to hit. Okay, so I hit that. And then look, if I go to my notifications, it'll say download complete. I'm going to open it from there. And I'm going to use my gallery, which is where all my pictures are. I'm just going to say just once. So that should take me straight to my pictures. And now I have this downloaded on my phone, so I can get it whenever I want to. Okay. So you can do that with any picture or any attachment that anyone does, but pictures will go straight to your gallery like that. So let me do it one more time to show you. So I'm going to do this lamb one. So for the lamb, I'm going to hit that button again. It's going to go ahead and download. I'm going to see it pop up on here. Lamb. And I'm just going to say always on here because it's going to go into my photos. And there it is. And then if I go to my gallery, right here, See, we have both of those pictures are saved in here. And they've actually saved in a folder called downloads. So anything that I download will go into there. So if I download anything from email, you'll see that there's like on here already, I have things like this flyer. That's because it was in somebody else's, like somebody sent me an email with this flyer and I downloaded it and went there. So that's how you do that. Let me do it one more time just to show you. Let's do one more. We'll do the bunny and the lamb. So hit download. And this time we're not even going to go to our notifications. We'll just go straight to gallery. And see, there it is. Beautiful. So that's where all our downloaded pictures will go. I'm going to go ahead and archive this one. I'm going to skip that one for now. I'm going to go to this cute video. Okay, so I can download that video as well. But this I want to send it to somebody else. So I'm like, okay, I want somebody else to see this video. I want somebody else to see this picture that goes with it. So what I'm going to do, this is a really helpful thing to know how to do. So instead of having to download it and reattach it and do all that, I'm going to just hit this button that says forward. And think about that. That's almost like forwarding mail. You know, when you get somebody's mail and it's like to the wrong address and you say forward to wherever, like you fill it out at the post office to forward it to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward it to, I'm going to use my email address, but I'm going to pretend I'm sending it somewhere else. So I'm going to send it to my Smart University address. And what's going to happen is the whole email is going to get sent there, but I can write a little message at the top that sort of tells the person why I'm sending them this. And I'm going to say, I thought you might like to see this video. Okay, and so when I send that, they'll get that whole email too. All right, so you can't always see it. It sort of clips the message. If you hit those three buttons, you'll see all the things that they'll get. See, it has a little picture where the bird is, where that bird image is. It just clips it a little bit, but they're going to see exactly that email that I got. So I'm going to go ahead and send that. And then if we go to, I'm going to go to my email just to show you that what it looks like on the other side. See? So I get this email that says cute video. I'm going to say it looks safe. And it says, I thought you might like to see this video. And there it is. So it's got the image and the video at the bottom that I can then download. So if you want to, again, if you want to share an email that you got with someone else in the whole email in its entirety, that forward button is the way to go. And you can add your own message at the top just to say why you're forwarding it to them or whatever it is you want to say to them beforehand, and then say, here's this. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here.